Good morning. I think it's almost 10 o'clock and I need to get started with this broadcast. So thank you for being here this morning. I'm StampinDeDe and this is Stampin Thursday. And we have an old technique, but a really interesting one. And I wanted to share it this morning with you. So this technique is called negative spotlighting, and you may have heard of it over the past few years, but I think it's always good to come back and revisit older techniques, maybe with newer products. So we're going to get started with this. I do want to mention that I know this will be going out on YouTube. And thank you for listening to the replay and for listening on YouTube. And if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be really awesome. Hit the bell so you'll know when a broadcast goes live. And if you would comment, that helps the availability of my YouTube channel. They have all these, YouTube has all these algorithms, and the more you comment, the more you hit like, the better chance that this YouTube will appear. So thank you for doing that. And if you're watching on my Facebook Live, thank you so much. Please comment so I'll know that you're here. I would love it if you would do that. All right, we're going to get started with this. I do want to say that I have a Stamp a Stack, a class on May 20th, Saturday, May 20th, and it would also be a to-go. I have a to-go option, but if you're local, then you can RSVP for that by Sunday, by this coming Sunday, which is the 14th, and let me know that you want to come. And it requires a $35 online purchase, a $35 order using the host code that is listed right here on my Facebook page. So look for that, look for the May host code, and let me know that you want to come to the class on Saturday or that you want to do a to-go option. And all the details will be on my Facebook page by this afternoon. I am not at home. I'm not in my studio. I'm actually at my son's house in San Antonio, and I am recording this with two dogs behind me, one kenneled, one not, and I gave them both a treat. But if they finish the treat before the video's over, they may start barking. So I apologize for that. So we're going to get started on this. You see the two samples that I have here of the negative spotlighting. This is one that I did a while back, and it's using the Poppy, Poppy Parade or Painted Poppy stamp set. It really, flowers work best with this technique, but I wanted to also do one that wasn't flowers. And so I did this one using the Well Done stamp set. So this is the one that we're going to do together today, and I'll show you how to achieve this spotlight technique. Also, I used a 1-inch punch, but you could use a bigger punch, a circle punch or a square punch or a rectangle punch, and a bigger one would give you more chance to spotlight part of your scene. So let's get with this. This one, I did an embossing folder on the background piece, and then colored in the poppies that I stamped on the white and added a bow to accent that color. So we're going to put that one aside. and we're going to look at this one. So on this one, I brought a different base, and I'm not sure why I did that. I had to prepare for this over a week ago because I've been here almost a week. And so I'm not sure why I brought a different background piece, but I did nonetheless, whereas this was the Calypso Coral. This one I think is probably gray granite. All right, and so we're going to start with a piece of designer series paper from the Hello Irresistible paper pack, which is an online exclusive, and this paper pack is beautiful. So it's a 6x6, and if you don't have it or you haven't looked at it, go look at it and see what you think. It's a beautiful paper pack. And so that is our background piece. And then we'll use a scrap of white to get our spotlight area. And then I die cut this, which is the Lost Lagoon. I die cut it with one of the contour dies to be our front piece. What we're going to do is we're going to start stamping our scene. And I'm going to go ahead and punch my, no, I'm not. I'm going to stamp first. So we're going to start with some of the stamps from Well Done. We're going to do the seaweed and the coral. We're going to use the turtle and the seahorse and the fish. So we're going to be using these. And then we're going to use the sentiment, hope all your birthday fishes come true. So I think that is so cute. So I have put one of the long seaweeds on my block, and we're going to use Smoky Slate to do the entire front. You want your front to be a neutral color, and you want it to all be done in the same color. So let's get some seaweed going here, and I'm probably not going to do it exactly like I did on this one. I'm going to get some seaweed going up the side here. Oops, and you know what I'm going to do? These are clear photopolymer stamps. I'm going to put my mat under it so I'll get a clear stamped image. All right, here we go. Right up the side. And then I want another tall one in the middle or over to this side, and this is where we'll have our spotlight. I'm gonna put that right there. And I don't think I need any more of the tall one, so I'm gonna clean it and set it aside. Put it back in the, but we are going to use the short one, and I have it on this side of the block. I also don't have all my blocks here, so so I'm going to put another seaweed right there. And a couple more over here. These will mostly be hidden, but we're going to go ahead and put them down anyway. There we go. Now we're also going to use the coral. So let me put this seaweed away and get my coral. I'll make sure I get it right there. All right, now I'm going to add some coral. We'll add some right here. And we're going to add some over here. We're just going to kind of coral the bottom. Because, you know, fish, these little fish like to swim in and out of the coral. And we'll put another piece of coral right there. All right. So we have created our background scene. And now we're going to add our turtle. turtle stamp. And we're going to head him right up here. We want him heading toward the top. Yep, we got him, didn't we? Let me clean him up, put him back, and I want some of the bubbles. So now we're going to add those, the bubbles. Have them going up. There we go. Create such a pretty scene. And now for my little fish. And you want to make sure you've got your fish going the right way, right side up. So I'm going to have some fish going across here. Let me make sure I've got it good and stamped. I'm going to have some fish going behind the seaweed. We want lots of fish. So we'll put some more fish down here in the seaweed. And then I'm going to, before I do anything else, I'm going to get my sentiment, because I want fish on my sentiment piece too, and I want them placed correctly. So let me go ahead and get the sentiment piece. Put it on, hoping all your birthday fishes come true. Get that good and inked up. All right, I think it's good. And I'm going to put it right in the middle. Maybe a little bit to the left, because the fish are going to be coming off of the right. All right, hoping all your birthday fishes come true. We've got that. And now we're going to go back to our fish. Because the sentiment is going to go right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the sentiment down with just a little bit of adhesive. I'm not going to pop it up because we're going to pop this up. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down right here. There we go. Make sure it's straight. And now I'm going to stamp some fish coming off of the sentiment piece. Yeah, got it right. There we go. There's no need to put any over here because that's pretty much where our ribbon is going to be. All right, I think I'm going to put just a few more up here, just for interest. There we go. All right. Now, the reason it's easier probably to do flowers than to create a scene is because now I have to recreate a scene. I can't do it all in one stamp. So let's get our punch. And I want to see where I want to leave room for my seahorse over here on the left. And I want both of these. In fact, I'd really like to have them like that. Move it over a little more. Get it. All right, there we go. So now I'm going to use, and I don't need all of this, I just need a piece of it. All right. So now I'm going to stamp I'm going to use my shaded spruce. My shaded spruce ink spot. I'm going to grab my seaweed again. And all I need is the area that is the little, where they cross each other right there. That is all I need. So I'm going to do that. There we go. And now I need my seahorse. Now see, this is going to fit right under here, just like that. Move it that way just a little bit. There we go. It's going to fit just like that. And so I need to make sure that my seahorse can go right in here. I want it to show. So it's going to go right up against the seaweed. And I'm going to use my Calypso Coral Stampin' Up marker for this. And I'll just color it in really well. And I'm using the side of my brush tip. You don't want to do it tip down. You want to use the side so as not to damage your brush tip. And I'm going over it several times because I want it to really show up well. And if it doesn't, I'll go over it with the marker. Okay, I think we've got it. I'm going to give it a huff, and then I'm going to stamp it right here. Give it a minute to soak in. Oh, that's good. That worked well. Put my seahorse back. All right, now we're ready to assemble our card. So let me put a stamping spot away and get my 2 pieces of base. Let's do it on this first. So what I'm going to do is position this behind, and I'm doing it such that my seahorse shows. So it's going to be right there, and that's just going to be perfect. Perfect. So I'm going to put this on. I'm going to trim off this edge right here. We don't need it. And I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. Around the edge. We don't want the dimensionals to show, and they won't. Okay. So I'll do this. Okay. And now I'm going to have to position it. There we go. Perfect. Our spotlight is ready. And now we're going to use dimensionals for this as well. We had to get our spotlight down first. this little edge off right here, so it doesn't get in the way of that dimensional. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Put that over here. Let's get this. You know what I might do? I think I'm going to put a little bit of white glue, Tombow glue, right here. Since if I can get it to come out, it usually comes right out of this. There it comes. I need a pen, but my pens are at home. All right, that's good enough. I just wanted a little bit to hold it down right there. And we'll center this. Oh my goodness. All right. Here we go. We've got this part done. And now all we have to do is mount it on our card base. This doesn't work real well when part of the paper's popped up. You really have to mash down to get the adhesive on it, but we're gonna do that. There we go. Make sure it's going the right way. Center this on the front of the card base. All right, and then we're going to add our accent color, Calypso Coral ribbon, to accent our seahorse. I want a small ribbon. Small bow. I've got the feeling that the big dog behind me is getting ready to bark. So if he does, please just ignore it. It's a very loud bark, but nonetheless. All right, we're ready to put this down with a glue dot. I'm going to use 2 glue dots actually. Put this down right there, and then we're going to use a couple of iridescent pastel gems, again in the same color, the Calypso Coral, or a coordinating color. All right, this is going to go right here, and right here. All right, let's see what this looks like. All right, that, you know, it's a very different look, isn't it? With the gray card base instead of the Calypso Coral. What do you think? Which one do you like best? Like I say, I'm not sure why I did that. I don't remember why I did it. It was too long ago and I had too many things to do to get ready for this trip. I'm keeping my grandson, my type 1 diabetic grandson, while my son and daughter-in-law get to take a break and go on a trip. So there we go. Those are our negative spotlight cards. I hope you'll give it a try. See what stamp sets you can use it with. I think doing it with something besides flowers is a little more challenging, but I love this. I love the background, the scene, and the ocean. And so, all right, it's a shorter video today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend. And next Thursday is Mystery Thursday, and I'm doing it a little bit differently. I'll send you the pieces that you need to get together, your supplies, but then we're going to do it together. And what will make it a mystery is how your card turns out with the pieces, the designer series paper, the cardstock, the gems, stamps, etc., that you choose to use, which will be different from mine. So we'll do it together. And thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking like and commenting. And for my YouTube friends, thank you so much for being there. All right. Bye-bye.